Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, I got another He-Man Masters of the Universe order, this time the fan vote winner, Tri-Klops, the mini-comic version, which I really am loving the mini-comic versions because I didn't really have access to the show as a kid. I saw a few episodes on video and stuff like that, but I didn't have access to it for a long time. So the show really lived for me in the mini-comics that came with the books, with the toys, of course, that I got with... got off friends and stuff like that when I bought their figures, and that's where I got most of them. And yeah, you'd notice things like Tri-Klops and Trapjaw look different, and the idea of getting toys that look like the actual comic ones was something I was always interested in. I was hoping that Origins would do a lot of these, and they've done a few. So I've got another one, and this also has the glow-in-the-dark Warriors ring, which came with a couple of the figures. So I'm so glad I got a remake of one of those. So, okay, so it's got a little image on the front, like the special ones that you have to order that come in the boxes. They usually have extra art on the front. And it's just a piece of art on the back, which is nice. It's a recreation of the cover of the original comic, mini-comic, which they do include the first appearance of Tri-Klops in a mini-comic, and they made a remake of that. So that's in here. Okay, so I've already cut it. So, go with the figure first, and of course he's going to be hard to get out. And I cut my finger the other day, so of course I'm going to scratch that. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's out. So yeah, like all the other figures, he's well constructed, lots of articulation and so forth. The green is a little light. Now the original comic, the green was a bit light as well, but it feels like they are just really getting a lot of use out of this pig head plastic. But yeah, so we've got the different boots and the different armor, which is totally new and recreating and very much different from the one he actually finally had on the original toy. He's got his 3 eyes. And now let's look at the sword, because I'm glad to see they finally did an accurate sword as well, because the one in the comic and the one in the show was, you know, like a real sword. Oh wow. Oh no, I can get it out. Sometimes you just can't get these things out. Okay. So it's an actual silver sword with a yellow hilt, or whatever you call it. And of course it slides into the back of his armor. But let's compare him to the original, shall we? So the original had black boots, just like He-Man, and you know, the wider bracelet, whatever thing. And yeah, the green is lighter, but the green in the original comic was a bit lighter, but still I think it's a bit too light. But yeah, and he's actually a bit lighter as well. He's not quite as dark as He-Man. I guess he's not biracial. And yet the same sort of hold on the back for the sword, and the sword design is very similar, but oh, did I remove that? I never realised I removed that. It must have broke and I just removed the leftover part. Okay, so yeah, so now you have one that looks more like a real sword, really, because how many swords are green? And it's got a permanent bend in it, so I'm putting it on that way, so it hopefully bends back over time. Okay, so now I should put the actual, close enough. I should look at the actual, the extras. So we have a recreation of the original comic, which thank God wasn't stuck on the inside like a lot of them are. And yeah, the card is fairly thick. The printing seems okay. It looks a lot like the reprinting from the collected comic. And I wanted to compare that for the fun of it. It's a little brighter. Pretty similar. And I thought I was more on the center then. So the printing's pretty much the same, except they seem to have done a bit of work on the cover. And it's very much like one of the original printed ones. I'm not sure if the original one had images on the back or not, but yeah, because this is really faded and got someone's name on it. Not the best one to compare it to because it's not the best condition. I have other ones that are in better condition. Yeah, it's in better condition. Because they had matte paper on the inside. And these are gloss, so it's a little bit different. The printing's not exactly the same. And that wasn't centered in the shot, sorry about that. Too busy looking at it, not looking at the image. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm glad we got the reprint. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad we got the mini comic variant. I'm really loving them. And I don't know why my camera is so crooked. I have to do everything on an angle when I normally wouldn't have to. Yeah, and the ring. Well, it just pops open there. Sorry, it wasn't even the shot, gosh. Okay, it says Master of the Universe. Classics on the inside. Really? Classics. So what, did they mould this for the classics, just throw it in? Because this is Origins. Interesting. Don't think you can see that. But I'm glad I finally got one of these. It glows in the dark. Yeah. That's the Tri-Klops mini comic version. Very happy with it. Glad I got it. Glad I got the Roboto mini comic version, the Trapjaw mini comic version, and Sorceress and all the others. So I just hope they do a few more before the line ends, which it looks like it is. I don't think we're going to get more, but I don't know. At least we've got a selection. Bye.